Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Knock knock.
Who's
who's
there?
there?
Opportunity.
Opportunity who?
Opportunity who?
Just kidding. Opportunity doesn't knock twice.
Oh, dropping gems.
Uh, yeah, uh.
I really
Great
gotta
joke.
get better. I gotta
You
get
got
better
it.
at these jokes.
I actually like that one.
No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one right
Well,
there.
thank you. Thank
That was
you.
a little hidden nugget.
I'm feeling that. I'm
I
feeling that
can't
one.
say I came up with that one on my own.
That's all right.
So there was a big weekend. Oh shoot. Sorry about that. There's a big weekend news this week for NASCAR, wasn't there?
Was there? I just
Yeah,
am
I feel
happy to
like there
see
was so
y'all.
much. I know it's been a while. Sorry, we had
Yeah,
to
it was
take
what,
a
2 weeks?
It
Yeah.
feels like
yeah.
365 days since I've seen y'all, and I just want to say I missed you.
Hey, I
Oh,
miss my crew too.
I missed you guys too. I even
I
was
had nowhere to
cleaning out
vent.
some boxes.
I had
Like
nowhere to vent, nowhere to soapbox for 2 weeks. I was giving my coworkers hell. Just I
they
had no
probably enjoyed it.
I
That's
had
where you
no
have to put all that
release.
energy. Well, yeah, there was a lot going on this week. It already seems like silly season has begun because we
Hmm.
already have
Oh
some
yeah.
moves. Yeah, Michael McDowell announced that he would be leaving Front Row Motorsports for Spire.
I'm happy
Any
about
thoughts on
that. Can I
that?
say that?
Hey,
Because
Yeah, with a multi-year deal, so it's not like,
that's the
oh,
key right
just to
there. The
chill
key is
out.
multi-year deal. That's the
at
key.
his
Yeah,
age, he's
Yes.
yeah.
representing for those OG drivers, those the older, the seasoned that been around the block a few times, and they can show that they can still do it. And not to mention Michael McDowell is just one of the just good humans out there. He's just always
Yeah.
smiling. He always speaks. He's a positive energy. So I'm glad to see positive things happen to positive people.
It also just seems like he's having a good couple of years. Like he's just been
Hmm.
building momentum, and then all of a
Low
sudden
key,
he's going to switch
underrated.
teams now. It's a little weird. Like now, I don't, like if you see a driver at that age or that far in his career moving to a different team, it all, especially where there's like younger drivers coming up through those teams, you
Hmm.
always feel like that's inching closer and closer towards retirement and taking on those leadership roles, like thinking of it as like, oh, I'm going to be here for a little while. For example, like Jimmy Johnson,
Hmm.
they ended up switching over to the Ally car, then they were switching around crew chiefs. And basically, he was almost there for just like what, a couple more years before,
Hmm.
like his leadership for Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott for a while before he retired, like full on
We
retired
Hmm.
before he came
we
back.
need
So
those
it always
veterans
just
to be
seems,
around.
yeah, it just seems like that's that move that they take before they end up leaving. But I heard
But
multi-year
I will
deal, and it
say
just seems
this,
a little different.
and Chris, you'll agree with me. I mean, we've seen the evolution of front row motorsports going from a team that used to be, I'm not going to say start and park, but I think Alex Bowman used to drive for them. Weren't they the BK car or something like that? Who was the
No,
BK car
no.
back in the
That
day?
BK was themselves. Front row
Yep, BK
always was
Racing.
BK Racing. Front row and that group were always their own entity.
Hmm.
I worked under that umbrella on the Bush days,
Yep.
so I saw that. I saw that team grow from
They weren't
having.
really a start and park, right, Chris? But they were one of
No,
those teams like
it
in the
was
back of the pack. They never had
it was a C
the
plus team, right?
C
It was a
plus
C plus
team,
team,
but they
C
were
plus
there
team.
every single week, always making the race. And we've seen how just their performance has picked up over the past 2 years. And I think a lot of that has contributed to Jerry Freeze coming over there from Petty when he did, because ever since he's come over there to front row, it has been nothing but up since then. And now the rumor is, they're in the rumor mill. Put it that
Yes,
way.
they are. They
They
are in the
are
rumor
in
mill.
the rumor mill. And then when
The
you have a
rumor.
driver leaving, amicably and landing at a deal like a good ride with Spider, that means they weren't worried because they have plans already, I think.
Are we
It
talking
wasn't.
about? Are we talking about the rumors about SHR
Well,
selling the charter?
That's
Is that
part of the
part of
Pointing
it?
no
rule.
Is that where
elbows.
we're
I ain't pointing no elbows or nothing, but I don't. There's some
wait,
people
wrong
at
way?
SH. There's some people at SHR that might need to talk about that. But the rumors on the streets are talking. The streets are talking.
Listen, the streets are talking, man. It's one of those
Ooh, put
deals.
the
Like,
spotlight on them.
yeah, spotlight's on me. Spotlight's on me. Unfortunately, there's no info to give at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, we're all
Of course
honestly,
not. Of course
um,
not.
we're all honestly waiting to see how it plays out. The rumors are rumoring. Um, you got all types of stories out there, right? From charters to one team to no team to
I
buying.
heard.
I
I
I
heard
love
front
like no
row was
matter what
gonna.
though, no matter what, Chris knows he'll never let us in on it ever.
Hey, I heard
Anytime
front
we've ever
row
tried to get
was gonna buy
information, he's like,
Hendrick, Penske,
no.
and RFK together, and they were gonna
Wait,
form
what?
a
Hold on, hold on,
conglomerate.
hold on. Start
I
again.
heard front row was gonna purchase Hendrick, Penske, and Joe Gibbs collectively, and they're gonna form an empire conglomerate called the Racing Agency, and they're gonna be a 12-car team, and they're gonna really
What in the queue?
Okay, I ran out of lies.
It
Sorry.
was like, did you go down like a Twitter spiral or the X spiral?
Yeah,
But
man.
it's a
Coming up
hot
with
topic,
like
though. Put it that way, Crystal. It's a
yeah,
hot topic.
Yeah, Crystal, the rumors are
conspiracy
heavy.
theories. Yeah,
You got
conspiracy
talking about
theories.
some drivers going to different teams with the charters and keeping one
It's so
charter in
early in the
house.
season. It's so
It's not
Way
early in
really
the
early.
early in the
season.
season, Crystal. You got to think of where we were before, 10 years ago, before the charter system was even implemented. You have to think of where we were as a sport and what these teams had as ownership, what was considered. They had a money pit. Owning a race team was like buying a boat. It was just everything going in, but you got nothing out of return. For the fact of the matter, the charters have made these teams more valuable. They've incentivized new ownership, and I'm excited that we're hearing these rumors type of stuff. We're not hearing rumors of teams leaving. We're hearing rumors of expansion and unification and collaboration and trying to find a way to maximize. So that's a good position to be in my opinion.
Well,
Yeah,
that
and
definitely sums it up. I mean, changes on the horizon, right? So
yeah,
with the charter deal, with the RTA movements, with the TV deal, it's promoting change in the sport,
Yeah,
and that change is going to hurt some and help some,
yeah.
right?
well,
That's
speaking of the broadcasting, you just said NASCAR Race Hub, we heard a couple days ago, is coming to an
Hmm.
end.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
That
sad,
is
man.
that is kind of heartbreaking, but
Yeah,
I think, like what you just said, I think things are just moving with NASCAR opening up its studios. I think you're just going to see a lot of moves. I don't think it's like, oh, we're never going to see this kind of television again. I don't
yeah. It
know.
might be come back. It might be come back reformed, right? It might be a different
Yeah.
style of show, but on the same topics, right? Who
Yeah,
You
well,
know
knows?
what
like
this
think about
reminds
it
me of?
when they said Dale Jr. was leaving. Remember, everybody's like, "Oh no, he's going to leave the broadcast for NBC," and
Mm-mm.
then Peacock or whoever like announced that he was
Amazon or
taking over
Disney.
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's moving. He moved over. I just think that I'm hoping that that's what's happening with all this stuff. I mean, it's just crazy that it's happening within a month.
Just look at it like this: we got to get rid of those floor model TVs every now and then, and get those flat screen LEDs, OLED TVs. You can't just stay in the past. And that show, it's been I think NASCAR is doing that not just with the race hub, but across the board. That they're
Mm.
looking for ways to cater to a new demographic as well as a new energy, a new way of looking at motorsports, a new way of taking in what is racing. So I think that's a good thing. I feel like you should reinvent yourself every 3 years anyway. So
Fair enough.
maybe that's how we can look at this.
Going back a little bit, Adam says that Busher was in the 34 before McDowell.
That's right, Chris
That was
Buescher,
he was
and
he was.
he learned. I mean, he cut his teeth in the game at that team, and I feel like that's why he's so good now. He almost won that
Mm.
race now with that photo finish last week, but
Well, we're gonna get to that, but there's also another driver coming in that has been taking over for Eric Jones the past couple weeks. He's going to be in the 50 car for 2311 in Nashville.
Hey,
Did you
that's
hear about that?
Toyota's guy right there,
Time
right?
time. It's time
He
time.
He's on that
Mm.
Toyota fast track, man.
And he
He's
just
doing well.
won. I mean, everything he
He's
does
doing
is
well.
win.
He's
All he
doing
Yeah.
do
well. The
is
truck
win.
series, he's killing it.
He's
Wow.
a good interview as well. He seems like he's got his stuff together, like he was bred for this, like he was made to be a racer. I don't know his family lineage, but, he's a well put together young man right there. That Corey Heim, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, shout out to him for getting that opportunity to
Hmm.
showcase his talent in that 50 car coming up when we get to Nashville.
Well,
Hats
you
off
better
to him.
do well because at the end of the day, the fifth. Well, who's preparing that 50 car? It's not the money team, correct? Is it RCR? Did
I'm
they
not
get that
sure.
number?
I'm not sure who's preparing it.
I think it's a
Um,
RCR prepared car, which would be ideal. I think I'm not sure, but that can make or break a difference too. But at the end
yeah,
of the day, just getting that track time is valuable. You know,
yeah,
valuable, and you just don't get track time in the Cup Series unless you that heat.
yeah. Like I'm saying, he's Toyota's face, man. He's the next thing I feel like is going to come out of that Toyota camp.
Hmm.
You think so?
So who else is there? You think, Crystal?
Well,
Let's
I don't know.
see.
It's kind of weird because I'm still trying to wait for what's Ty Gibbs to kind of
Well, he's
come
that
up.
guy
Like
already.
he's there, but I mean, I'm waiting
Yeah,
for his first win. I'm waiting for him to like build some momentum in the Cup
You got
Series
Corey
before you start
Heim. You
talking
got
about
Ty
somebody
Gibbs.
else.
he
We
don't
ain't
count.
comparing
He
Corey
don't
to
count.
Ty
His
now. Come
granddaddy
on
runs the
now.
show. He don't count.
I'm just saying, it would be nice to like have all eyes on him first and see where that goes.
He got to get
Nah,
that
let's
win.
We
go
got
to
a whole
Corey
Corey
season.
Hunt.
does.
We got the rest of the season left to see it,
He's
right?
he's knocking on the door.
I'm waiting.
Ty
Well, it's
Gibbs
just
is
a matter
knocking
of
on the
when.
door.
It's a matter of when.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you said, he's been knocking on the door. That
And I
just
like
brings us
Ty.
back to that
I like Ty a lot.
opportunity doesn't knock twice.
Knock knock.
Maybe
Yeah.
that was the perfect joke for the day. So anyways, we can actually start talking about Chris Buescher and Kyle Larson because now Kyle Larson has set the record for having the how would you say this? The fastest, the quickest photo finish
Oh, the
at
shortest.
and one
I mean, the
shortest.
closest
There we
photo
go.
finish.
Closest, tightest,
Closest, tightest. What a race that was, man. That was a good race. That was a good race all day.
all the way
All
through.
Had
day
I heard.
long,
all
Chris.
day
For the
long. That
people
was
Yeah.
a
who were
good
there,
race.
man, we were on the edge of our seats, and Kansas has been historically good.
Hmm.
If you think about it, I think the race prior to this Kansas race, they set the record for lead changes. There. So I mean, for a mile and a half tracks, I mean, it was really racy. But what made it so cool for me, you saw it gearing up at the end where Busher had that lead, but when Larson was hawking him down, first of all, Denny had it till that caution came out.
He was
All right.
checked out. He
And
was.
Truex was hawking him down too. Let's keep in mind, 3 more laps, Truex might have hawked him down. But let's not go there.
It
Long
would have been
story short,
Truex.
those last 3 laps, the way Kyle Larson reeled him in like he was fishing out on Lake Norman, reeled him in at the top, and how close it was just so exciting in person. When you saw it in person, and we're out there on pit road, and you're looking at the 5 pit crew, you're looking at Busher's pit crew. I was standing right there next to the Busher pit crew, and they thought they had won. They were celebrating, and I was just looking at the pot. I was just looking at TV because I was like, I mean, I was. I remember that how that is, and I saw the 5 team how they were just froze. So I kind of knew like somebody was talking in their headset because Cliff Daniels, he wasn't like dejected or nothing. He was looking like, "What do y'all see?" Like he was talking. So I was like, "Oh hell!" And then when it came out that the 5 won and the celebration switched, I mean, I felt like I saw the greatest race. One of the greatest races of my lifetime. It was pretty dope.
Well, that
I
storm
feel like
brewed. That
that's one of
storm
those
brewed from the
times.
second stage on. You
Hmm.
know, the strategy played into it. The late cautions, 2 tires versus 4 tires, staying out. Right
Yeah.
now,
The
now
two
you got a late
tires,
call.
the 4 tires, the
Yeah,
switching, and that's what I'm saying. Because Truex took 4 tires and he was further back. But if they had one more lap or two
he still
on
had
four
some goodie
tires,
left
like
in those
like
things.
Truex was
Ooh,
coming. I mean,
yes.
it was one of those things.
So
It was
so do we
exciting.
have like the photo of the finish without the camera, like NASCAR's laser? Like just the regular finish line. Do we have that?
Mm, mm.
If you were just looking at that without really knowing what was going on in the headsets and with NASCAR officials, who would you have called the winner at that point?
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
tight.
call. Yeah, I'm gonna call Larson because look at the
I
bumper.
really wouldn't. I'm looking at the shadow. The shadow is close. Well, if you look at the shadow, it's also close to that weird line too. Like it's
Hmm.
not straight, which
It's
was
too
the
Yeah,
close to call. That's
argument.
why I
that
rely on
picture right
laser.
there makes it look like they're. I mean, they're damn near tied up right there. Like,
Yeah, they do. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Thank God we have lasers.
I know.
yeah,
So now with
yeah.
the laser, this is what NASCAR sees, right? Okay. See, that's
Boom.
clear. That's clear as day.
Mm,
Yeah.
How
Wow. Look at
mm.
that.
crazy.
You know how they say cooler than a polar bear's toenail? That's
Oh
closer
hell.
than
I have never
what?
heard that ever.
That's because you ain't looking to that
Outcast.
southern, that
Because you
out
don't
Yeah,
listen to
there.
Outcast.
I don't live in the South, so I
Aquemini,
don't
you and
speak
I.
and I don't understand little stories like that.
How close is
Yeah.
that? That's crazy.
What was it?
One
Point zero
thousandth of
zero
a
one.
second. 1,000th of a second
Wow.
in all the history. Now, would you say that that's actually like the greatest finish of all time, or is that just the closest?
I
I'm
say
gonna
the
Because I've
say.
greatest.
heard
I'm
both.
gonna say the greatest.
I liked it.
I
You
think
know
so.
how he hawked him
Yeah.
down. You know, he had the lead. He had that race won, and Kyle went and got him. They banged at the end. They leaned on each other. They didn't wreck. They both finished. You know, it was competitive, and there was a catbird seat. Somebody in third waiting for
Yeah,
them to
Chase
mess up to
Elliott.
take over. So I mean, it had everything that I needed to call it one of the greatest ever. I
Yeah.
would
To
say.
your
I
I
feel
would say
like
to
that.
since
your
it was a
point.
great race all the way through too makes it great.
The
Like
only
instead of
thing
just
that take
waiting.
no, I, I'm sorry. The only thing that I would say that keeps it from being the greatest ever is that it wasn't a crown jewel track. You know, it
Mm,
wasn't a Southern 500. It wasn't a Charlotte. It wasn't a Daytona. It wasn't a Brickyard. It wasn't,
it
you
was a cookie
know,
cutter track.
yeah, somewhat. You know, and they like Kansas. You know, Kansas is racing, but yeah, you're right. I mean, I just feel like it wasn't one of those that you have circled at the beginning of the year that you want to win, unless you're 23-11.
I'm gonna say it's the greatest. Just for this.
I'm not
Just
talking
for
What
to
the
Siri.
Siri's in on the chat?
series on the deal now.
I ain't
She
even
said she
talking to
didn't get
her.
it. She didn't get it.
That's why
She's like,
y'all
I don't
gotta
get
turn Siri off, yo. She's a savage.
Hey, Siri be ear hustling, dog.
Yes, she does. I turned her off now. Let me see what you hear now.
No, silence. Well, she starts talking. I'm gonna get scared.
Yeah,
Uh,
Siri on the ear
so
hustle.
I don't know. So who was the pit crew highlight this week? Who did we have?
Ooh, the pit crew was the 42 Legacy bunch, I believe.
Hmm,
There's some. I would say there's one guy from Virginia on there with all the personality. Let's see if you can figure out who that is.
okay. Well, you said he's from Virginia.
Brian Backus, front tire changer, former rodeo bronc rider, and proud father of Hazel May Lynn, and soon to be Marshall Wayne.
Chris Schumann, rear tire changer, husband, father, ex-amateur skateboarder.
Hollywood Holding tire carrier from the 757, Norfolk, Virginia. I attended Hogwarts, Slytherin House, two-time Quidditch Cup champion.
Matt Schlitter, Jackman, 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion, former swimmer at University of Louisville. I want to give a shout out to my wife, Lisa, and my son, Mason.
Rick Rozier, Fueler, hometown Milford, Connecticut, alum of Winston-Salem State University. 2023 Indy Road Course winner, and most importantly, father to Bryson and Alex. Daddy loves you.
Hey, Rozier.
So we're not gonna say anything about Schlitter. It's Schlitter.
Shitterlin.
Hey, that dude's cool, man. He's a super
Hey, they
swimmer,
all look
man.
scared. They all look scared except for Hollywood.
Hey, Hollywood's never scared, dog.
Slytherin. Harry Potter references.
Slytherin House. I wouldn't be Slytherin House. You know, they just got a bad MO, but you know, I would be more like
You were in
Gryffindor.
on the whole Harry Potter stuff.
Oh yeah, you know it. I watched all of those religiously. Come on.
I would have thought
What's
that I
wrong?
should have been I don't know. I'm not. I was not a big Harry Potter person.
Oh,
I don't get it. I've seen the movies, but I'm not. I refuse to read the books. I
I
can't.
went
It
to
won't
Wake Forest.
happen. Okay, what does that have to do with
It's a performing
Harry
arts
Potter?
school. We're
That doesn't
drama.
mean anything.
We
I
have
was in-
imaginations.
I was theater president. I was president of music club. I didn't
And
play
you didn't know who
sports. I
Harry
couldn't
Potter
admit
was?
me.
I'm very
I knew who he
disappointed in
was,
you.
but I did not. I didn't bother to read the books. I was too busy on stage.
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
give you
know.
that. I'm a fan.
My
though.
dad was a Harry Potter fan. I remember we went
Yeah.
to Costco one day. He started running towards the books. And the only reason he did it, he started filling up the cart. He's like, "This is gonna be worth something one day." I was like, "Really? That's why you're a Harry Potter fan?"
He's a visionary.
I've never seen him run so fast. I was drowning
Uh-oh.
in a pool once. He wasn't that fast.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Mm.
kidding. So we do have a video of
Big money
Larson's
Cliff
career.
Daniels.
Yeah. What's
Big young
interesting is
money.
I was gonna say I would have loved to be on pit road looking up at him. Like during finishes and like intense moments, he is just so glued in. I don't know
Listen,
why I like
he's
watching that
always
so
like
much.
that. Even
Yeah.
when Cliff was a race engineer here at Stewart Haas before he went to Hendrick.
Oh, he
and got
was?
up-
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I didn't
yeah,
either.
yeah.
I
Yep,
thought he was
a
always
race
a
engineer.
Hendrick.
Yeah, I thought he was always a Hendrick minion.
Nope. He was at Stewart Haas there, and he was always dialed in, man. He always had that detail and just attention to detail about him. He was always dialed in from the shop to the
I
racetrack.
love his voice.
He's calm.
Same.
He's calm, cool, and
If you
I
would
was
collected.
hear
gonna
his
say it's
voice
calm, but
before you
he's like
see him,
so.
I love his
I don't know that
voice.
you would match the two together because he looks
No.
so
Yeah.
intense. You would think that he's not like that. I don't know how to explain it, but he's
Yeah,
just like
man,
he can
hats off
actually
to
like.
Cliff Daniels, man. That's my guy.
Yeah,
I
he'd
just love
talk
his
anybody
voice.
down from jumping off a cliff. Like he's his name's Cliff. But like, he's just so mellow.
Do.
I really got the jokes today, don't I? All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
well, let's see the video.
Roll the video.
That's actually more emotion than I expected. That was more out of Cliff than I would have expected. I would have expected him to just be.
No, he's not that ice cold, man. Like Cliff got some personality.
He probably knew he
That
already
was
won the
almost
race.
like when Cole Custer won the championship race for the Xfinity Series last year. Watching Tony Stewart, he was just standing at the TV. He's like confused. He didn't understand how he did it. He was just. I was like, everybody else is jumping around celebrating. You got Tony Stewart just standing there looking at the TV, like what? I love those moments. Anyways.
How many wins does Larson have now, by the way? He's got to be. He's on 4 or 3. Is he on 3 or 4?
I don't know, and I don't care.
I think that was the fourth one this year.
That might have been
Really?
number 4. And I know Grandma bets a lot on Kyle Larson, so that's only his second.
Oh,
thanks, Adam. He's only second.
It
So
seems like
maybe that's Hendrick's fourth.
Wait,
for the season.
the last time he won was Vegas, another cookie cutter track.
Well, he's good at those 1.5 miles anyway. It's a 1.5 mile cookie cutter, and this car he really does well at those 1.5 miles.
Interestingly enough,
running that top line, which makes him a favorite at the Lady in Black. I think,
it's my favorite weekend. Throwback.
Listen,
do you know why they call it the Lady in Black?
Where's your throwback gear, Chris? We all got it on.
Gear.
Yeah.
His Wake Forest shirt.
Here in Darlington, man.
He's throwing back to college.
Yeah, I'm throwing back.
Oh, she got a Corey LaJoy.
That's my throwback right there.
That's the Skull Bandit. But you already got a hat. You got the Good Ranch hat on. Okay. All right. Well, he's got enough for both of you there. I saw that earlier, and I actually wanted a bowl of cornflakes. I haven't had one since the 90s.
And the 5-car looks really good this week, too.
Yeah. Well,
they really did a good job with these throwbacks.
The good thing is Adam took his wonderful time downloading all of the throwbacks. I want to take a look because I haven't seen all of them. I've seen a couple, but not necessarily for the Cup Series. I mean, we've all seen the cornflakes. You put down now. You put.
Oh, there we go.
That's probably Rocco's favorite. Next, whose phone is ringing? Oh, Ross Chastain. Does anybody know what that?
Old school Busch Light cans.
Okay, are those the ones before they changed the color of the mountains?
Yep.
That's a good looking car right there. I don't know whose it is though.
That's Josh Berry's car, and that was Rodney Childers' late model scheme back in the day.
Greenville
You
Pickens
got to be a
Jeep.
real racer to know that one.
I had to ask.
Or you
Yeah.
just got to be. I was about to say, or you just got to be around forever, like you two.
I'll be a real racer. I've been around. I didn't even know that. Oh, tracker boats.
Forever.
The three.
Austin
Who's that?
Dillon.
Is that Senior Dale Seniors? Who drove that car?
I don't
I
know.
would say Tracker Boats would be Senior.
That's Senior. Senior.
More than
Praise
likely.
hell, raise Dale. Good looking car.
Wait, did you say that backwards? Raise hell, praise Dale.
Dale.
I thought
How's
you
it
said
go?
it the other way around. It's
That's
the 98 Earnhardt throwback.
I like that
98.
one. That dirty yellow.
Razzle dazzle.
Ooh, razzle
Okay.
dazzle. That's the shirt you got on, right?
Corey LaJoy.
LaJoy.
Well, that's not the car, but yes, I always like Corey LaJoy's throwbacks though. I think he did a Alan Kulwicki one. Was it 2 years ago? Last year? Chase Elliott. I should have had like some kind of notes to know all of them because you have to remember I didn't start watching until 2018. I'm not going to remember every single.
Well, that's a good one. That chase car, that Universe, that's that Dale Earnhardt Jr. throwback when he was in that 88 car, I believe. National Guard. That's a good looking car right there for Chase Elliott. Good job. Good job.
Next picture, please.
Good job. That 19.
Martin Truex.
That's his throwback, right?
Junior.
Yeah.
Can they do that?
To him. Well, when you've been driving for 20 years, you can.
Has it been that long?
No, but close. He's OG, triple OG. His first win with Auto Owners. Yeah, that's his first win throwback.
Oh, yeah,
so when you have multiple wins, why not throw back to your first win? Type-ish. Oh, that's a good looking one. Who's that?
Way back.
Yeah, that's pretty clean right there.
That is clean. I don't know who that is. 15, that's the Growler, but who they throwing back to? 1969.
Jones, 1969.
I wasn't even born.
Liar.
It looks good though. It looks good. I really like it. Ooh, that Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth, the Killer Bees. I like that. Yo, Bell might, man, he needs to win in that car. He needs to win too. And Matt Kenseth. Yeah, he has one win. He has one win already, but he's had a lot of DNF.
That's a good look for Kenseth right there.
Yeah, but all he's got to do is win the championship.
That looks good. That looks really, really good. And of course,
Jeff Gordon.
You already know the greatest to ever do it.
Let's not get carried away.
The greatest in the world.
Let's not get carried away. 38. What is
who that?
One?
I don't know who that is.
It looks like it's modified or something because it's got the letter beside it.
Oh, you're right. Good eye, Chris. You're showing your motorsports
Cars
expertise.
for late model throwback.
Before my time. That's before I knew NASCAR existed.
Yeah, mine too. I just know those old schools got letters.
Oh, I know about some Long John Silvers now in the ATL, baby. I used to eat there all the time.
Are they still open?
Few places. Usually rural towns.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the pre-steal.
Fast fish food. Okay.
There you go, Stewart House representing. Stewart House.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got their
Next
little throwback.
Picture, please. Excuse me.
Ooh, that 45 money line look like money. I don't know how he'll do here, though, but that does look good. I like white-based cars. I do like
Tim
that.
Richmond.
And it's Tim Richmond. Oh, I like it even more. Ooh.
Oh, that's dope.
Ooh,
See,
I like it even
Tim
more.
Richmond for the Folgers throwback.
Man, so we're getting some history here.
I didn't know that was
right.
Tim Richmond. Zane Smith. Yeah,
that one looks a little toyish.
Like, what's the history behind it so that we can?
Dave
Marcus.
Marcus. Never heard of him.
Who that is.
Oh, my dog.
I love that one. The
That
Lowe's.
48.
I know that paint scheme.
That looks good.
Yeah, that looks good too.
Yeah,
that's a shout out to
Lowe's.
It's the seventh time.
Days. Lowe's, that old Lowe's paint scheme when he dominated.
That'd be embarrassing if I didn't even know that. That'd be sad. I would just hang it up.
I don't know this one.
7-7. A vintage police. No, I don't like it. It's a vintage police car scheme. No thanks.
Popo. Woo!
Well, I guess anybody in front of it is either going to have to drive faster Oh,
I be
that's
riding
pretty much
dirty
my
too
only
much
choice,
to like
right?
that one. Ooh, that Daniel Suarez.
The 99.
Oh
Okay,
Adrian
yeah.
okay, that Quaker
Fernandez,
State.
IndyCar throwback scheme. I
I
All
like
like
right.
that. I
that.
like that. And the
Okay.
'05 car too. Mark Martin drove that Quaker State.
I like.
I think I got that. Where my Quaker State?
Okay, so now we're dating back.
Red
Leonard
Byron?
Wood,
Oh.
the
Oh,
Wood
okay.
brother.
Because
Oh
I
yeah,
was
that's the
thinking the
Wood brothers.
22. I thought the
Yeah.
22 was Red Byron back in the day, like way, way back.
Mm.
Wow.
Mahindra.
Mahindra, Chase Briscoe. There you go. Okay, Chase
Sprint car
Briscoe.
action.
I hear you.
Dirt
Oh,
sprint
sprint
cars.
car.
I feel
That's
like I
clean
see a
too.
lot more diversity in this.
Now that's a
Like
good looking
there's
car right there, baby. That Castrol, that emerald looking six.
it was a
I like that.
1953. What's 1953, Adam?
I like
Oh
that.
wow, that's all we have. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the 48. Just on
I'm gonna
paint
go.
scheme alone.
I'm gonna go
I
with
know
that
you're
two
going with the
four.
5.
I'm gonna go with that
What?
2.4.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, Chris, since you're heavily biased against anything Hendrick cars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not heavily
48.
biased.
I think we both.
I respect that Hendrick camp. I respect
Okay,
it.
so who's gonna be your? You're gonna end up picking Mahindra, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That's
I
your
don't know.
race winner right there.
I
I
don't know
have
about
to
all
I
that.
have to choose the
Ah.
48 because of Jimmy Johnson, and if it wasn't for Jimmy Johnson, I don't think I would have ever gotten involved or followed NASCAR.
No, that car,
Mhm.
that scheme is clean too, man. The Hendrick cars did a good job on the throwbacks this year. They're all
They
badass.
did.
You
They
know, I
did.
can't hate. I sit over here and hate, but they look good. They look real good.
I was tempted to wear my blue fire suit, that Kellogg's fire suit, on pit road for my hit, but I thought I'd be doing too much. What do you think, guys? It's
Yeah,
doing
you
too
be
Go
much.
doing
over the
too much.
top. Who cares?
You
You
be
you
doing too
already
much.
do too much. It's fine.
Yeah, I figure, but
You can wear it open.
Oh
I
yeah,
might do it.
let them chest
Wear it
pubes
open.
show.
I might
Taco
do
meat.
it.
Sorry, Cinco de Mayo was last week. Where's that? Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at that fire suit. Is it the same fire suit, Adam?
It's that blue one.
Brings back a lot of memories for Mark Martin. 50 years old when he won at the time. This was a great race to remember, a great one to have on your resume, and one that everyone has circled when they want to get that win.
Not the
Oh,
same.
yeah.
Not the same race, but the same track, same
Yeah,
cereal.
that was
Different
the
color.
Crown Jewel.
Is that
The
the one you're talking about?
7500.
Is that the color you're
Nope,
talking
I
about?
had
That
the
fire
blue one. I
suit?
had a blue
You
one.
said blue. So is it blue with red detail, like opposite of that?
Yep. It was a
Alrighty,
Tony
what it
the
looks
Tiger
like.
one on it with the blue
Oh, that's
and
Frosted
red.
Flakes.
Oh yeah, Frosted Flakes. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Corn flakes with
I
sugar.
lose track. I have every fire suit I ever wore. So it's
I would
mainly
keep
it's
my
a
own fire suits if I had them.
but not all the teams give them to you. I got lucky, where Hendrick
Oh,
they
really?
were hoarding, they were having too many. They allowed us to keep them for a while. So
Yeah, a lot of
until
teams.
people started selling them.
Yeah.
Well, what do they do with them now? They just hold on to them in a big shed?
No, the team will sell them to somebody else, and then you'll see it on pit road 2 years later.
Yep.
Instead of just giving it
Asking
to
for
you.
signatures.
You ain't gonna see
Or
mine.
they sell it to like a go-kart facility.
Mm-hmm.
Or
You
they
can
sell
get
it
I've
to
seen
you can
some
get about
B-grade.
3 G's for those things
Yeah.
or
hang
more.
on to them.
They
I'm
want
just
about
gonna hope
12,
that I
15 for
stumble on
mine.
one. I have a feeling that if I were to ever buy it, like even acquire one, it couldn't be a driver's. It wouldn't fit. I'm too tall. I could fit like Kyle Busch's. Kyle Busch, I could probably fit his, and I wouldn't be like wearing high waters.
Yeah,
He's,
you're right
what,
about that.
6'3"?
You can wear Michael Waltrip's old ones.
I'm good.
Oh yeah. You can put in his.
I don't think I want to wear any driver's old fire suit, knowing that there's a possibility they could have used the bathroom.
It's
in
dry
there.
clean. It's clean.
Yeah, they clean it, man.
It's the
They clean
idea.
it.
It's like wearing a dead person's clothes. Like I just don't want to do it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But
I
you know how
got
many times they probably Tony Stewart. I'm pretty sure he pooped in his car once
That's the rumor.
when he was in Victory
Oh,
Lane. Oh
$700
wow,
official
$700.
Ricky
That's not bad.
Craven. I'm good. The Ricky Craven.
I
He's
get a
dope, but
couch.
and look, that suit is self-cleaning. When you pee and boo-boo in that one, it's Tide clean.
All
You have to use a lot more than Tide to clean that up. Wow. 0 bids. Nobody's buying it.
$7.99. He
Mm.
should have took a picture in it. Then he could probably, get a little bit more bids.
Yeah,
Like,
because
is it?
anybody
That's the
could say
thing.
he
Like, how
wore
they know for sure it's actually his and not like somebody on
the
the
gas
picture.
man's. Yeah, exactly.
The Gas Man, I notice, always has like a huge fire suit. You gotta be big.
Yeah, you do. Oh,
Oh, what you
It's not.
sipping on over there?
okay,
Huh?
champagne.
Got you
No,
some bubbly?
it's organic elderflower rose.
I'm gonna
It's
join you.
not. It's not
Oh,
alcohol.
Jeff Gordon fire
900.
suit.
That's
Ooh, look at
it.
that
Oh,
one.
pit crew.
900. Well, first of all, that's a
That looks
DuPont.
like
That's the
Rocco's
Pepsi
house.
Max.
That
Go
looks
back
like
to that. That
Rocco's house.
might
He's
be.
selling his
I
fire
might know
suits.
who. I was on that
Whose
team.
house is
So I
that?
know. Whose suit
Whose house
is
is that?
that? Whose
Who's got a
suit
whiteboard
is
in the back?
that?
Uh-oh.
Whose suit is that? And it's an Alpine
Get in trouble
Star.
for selling it? Like, if it belongs to you, that's it.
I
Unless they
get you.
were allowed to actually take it home.
Mhm. I would never sell my fire suits, man. It's just I'm a hoarder anyways, and then I just feel like there's emotional attachment to all of those
Do
suits.
you have shoes to match every single fire suit of yours?
Yes,
I feel
pretty
like
much.
you do. And
I
a
do.
hat.
And underwear
We didn't need to know that.
and
We
wife
didn't need to.
beaters. I mean, well, A shirts. We shouldn't call them wife beaters anymore,
I
right?
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, not these days.
Yeah, A shirts. Oh, look at that one, Kevin Harvick, 1900. Okay, now we're getting
Wow.
into the big ones. Look at that.
Wowzers.
That's your house, Chris?
19.
Nah.
And
I
they got a
wasn't
Quaker
living then. That's
State.
2012. That was before my time.
$2,000. Wow.
And they had that Quaker State behind it. That's the one that
So
I would
speaking
want.
of paint schemes, I almost forgot. I don't even think we have a picture of it. But Nick Sanchez for the truck race, he
throwing
is
back D
doing
for
the
D?
D4D. Yeah, it's the red and black. Do we have that? I don't think we have that. It'd be nice if we could get it.
That's pretty cool. 20 years for the NASCAR Drive for Diversity.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think that. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think that, but of course NASCAR is always going to at least like pitch in and have
Look,
some kind of throwback to whatever it is that they want to promote for that year.
well, we need to promote it, Crystal, because look, none of us would be here talking about NASCAR if not for D in some way, capacity, shape, or form. Correct?
I
I can
absolutely
agree with
agree with you on that one, man. That was our gateway. That was our entry.
It sure was.
Here we are.
Do
19
we even
years
have
later.
a story? Do we even have a story time? Like
3 black
Darlington,
people talking about racing.
No, like Darlington, 19. I mean, I don't know, 1980 something. Because y'all are old.
Well, no, I wasn't here in the 80s. You didn't want to
Is
be
this
in
it?
Darlington. Oh, the Game Bridge throwback. I like it. Okay. Good job.
That was it?
20th anniversary.
Okay.
I don't have any really stories that I can recall off the top of my head. I would have to have my memory jogged, But
Well, have you won the throwback races at all? Either of you?
well, besides the Southern 500, that was it. Not this one, but the Southern
only the Mark
500. I have.
like the
No,
fall.
I haven't won a throwback. I got a 500 Southern 500 win.
Oh, I thought
We
you
win the big.
They
It's
told
still
him
pretty
500.
unique to win that one at this racetrack, and this racetrack is still going to involve a lot of pit stops. When we won this race, Crystal, the year before we did about 16 pit stops before they repaved this place. That's how
So about
abrasive
how
this
many
racetrack
are they going to
was.
be doing now, though? Because they still say that it's going to be nothing but pit stops all day, like
I
4
don't
tire pit stops, 2
I don't
tire
think they're
pit
getting
stops.
extra sets here. Do they get extra sets here? Did they
I
get?
think
don't
I
think
think right now
I
they
don't
have
think
12 sets
so.
of tires.
Yep, they did
I
get
thought I
extras
read
then.
11. Was it
Yeah.
12?
Well, that'll be, because this track is so abrasive. They used to contribute it to the sand. This is near the beach, South Carolina. It's a sandy track. It would just weather the track all off season. And just, when you paved it, by the time you raced here, it would just chew up tires. Not as bad as it used to be, but it's still, tire degradation is really, really high. You're going to see a lot of pit stops, and you might not want to come every time. They have a caution. If there's a lot of cautions, is the simplest way to say it. Normally, anytime there's a caution, you're going to come down. This is one of those races where you might not want to come down every single time. You might want to, create a little cushion to have sets available at the end of this race, if it goes that way.
Yeah, because you're going to have that strategy. You're going to have some 2 tires, 4 tires. We're going to stay out, flip the stage. We're going to stay out and flip our position and play that game too. So
It is 11. I heard 11 sets. So is it 11 or 12?
Maybe they're counting another set, but it's still 2 more. It's still more than what they normally are allocated.
What do they normally
you get 9 sets.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We can go with 11.
I have 11.
Okay.
And that says it translate to under 27 laps per set.
Can we not forget that with all of these pit stops, and
10 plus the 1 from qualifying. That's what it is.
10 plus the 1 from qualifying, 11. So with all these pit stops, correct, it's going to be exciting. You know that the race is going to be long, but we forgot what next week is, y'all.
All-Star.
And you forgot what's on the line for you forgot what's on the line for these pit crews at the All-Star race.
They get that big money bag.
$100,000 to pass this pit crew. This will be the last tune-up.
Get that.
This will be the last tune-up of all these crew members who are vying for that $100K payoff that can be split between those individuals. And keep in mind, the only ones available to participate for that $100,000 are teams that are participating in an All-Star race. They have to have a prior win, a win this year,
they get
a
voted
former champion, or voted in.
It looks like Carson Hocevar is probably going to be the one that's getting voted in. He's getting so much.
I think Noah Gragson's going to get voted in.
Well, you're also very biased.
Hey,
I would love to see either one of them.
Do y'all see how y'all started talking about the drivers, but nobody asked me why that matters to the pit crew?
Why does it matter to the pit crew, Rocko?
This is your last opportunity to get
chance.
Full live race reps before that competition. And it's a slippery slope of balancing doing well enough to win the race and not making mistakes, or pushing the envelope to find out how far you can go to that edge on the speed to win the $100,000 next week. Because you best believe the winner of the $100,000, it will be under 8-second pit stop. You heard that here first.
Do you have like a guess of how quick it's actually going to be rather than like less than?
7.9999.
Is that the current time?
No, that's the time I'm predicting. I'm kind of good at this. I just had a fruition. I had an epiphany just now. The winning time of the All-Star Pit Stop competition for the $100,000, the winning pit crew will be 7.9999. That will be the time.
Do we want to take the over or under, Chris? Are we taking the over or under?
I'm gonna take the over.
What you got, Kristen? Trust me, I'm wise now.
If it's, I believe it. I'm probably the one that knows the least, but because Chris took the over, I will take the under. I'll take the under.
We're gonna see some fast pit stops out there next week.
I like my odds.
The crews that are pushing the envelope too much this week, thinking about next week, are the ones that are gonna crash and burn. Yeah, keep those receipts, Adam.
Yeah. It's gonna be some crashing and burning because they're gonna do too much.
We got evidence. You want to put real money on it?
But the ones
that Vegas is talking right now,
they're the ones that are going to win this race. And I can't wait to see qualifying because that first pit box is going to be big here.
Real big. Pit selection is key. You got some in the turn, some down the straight, right?
Yep.
Turn 4 pit stops.
You know what is unique about this pit road too? I just thought of it. It is 2 unique pit roads on this. Pit road is divided. So pit boxes 25 through 40 are on an island essentially on their own. You get what I'm saying?
4. They're all for turn 4.
Those boxes are located on their own turns essentially. So once you pit those boxes, if you're not in those boxes, you go around the blind corner before you even see the other side of pit road. So I mean, it was just a unique dynamic to the racetrack that when we pitted here, you would kind of hope, well, I hope I ain't on the island, or I ain't in the back, or are we in the front, because you kind of feel a bit detached if you're on one of those sides of pit roads where, you don't see all of your competitors the whole race. You're kind of like in your own little world, which could play to your advantage or to your disadvantage. But that is a unique aspect of this racetrack.
I have a feeling this is going to come down
There
to
it
a
goes.
2-lap shootout. I don't think we're going to see a clean finish. Or we will
So
see
you
like clean finish, but I think we're going to get a 2-lap shootout.
you
'Cause
predict the green white checker coming up.
I do, because if you're worried about tire wear so much like this, I think people are going to start making some daring moves with their pit stops. And when it comes to the very end of that race and getting the right position on the track in those 2 laps, you'd probably have somebody that's on some really old tires is going to mess everybody up.
That is cool to
Oh,
say. I mean, that is
yeah.
true. I mean, it is going to be
Yeah.
about tire wear, but this is a track where you don't have a lot of winners. The same
You
winners
mean
win here.
like okay?
You know what I'm
I
saying? There's a
gotcha.
skill set here involved. So you have multiple same time winners here. You don't have a bunch of new winners here, because trying to manage that Darlington stripe and that high line is a skill set that not too
Yeah.
many have mastered yet.
Well, we shall see. So we do have what I promised. I would curate or
Oh,
find
what you got? What you got for us? What you
memes
got
on the
for us?
internet, and then we have
Uh-oh.
to choose which ones are the best.
This should be
I just want to make
good.
sure you guys got everything in you wanted to say, because I don't want to overdo it for North Wilkesboro at all, because we can
No.
talk about that all day next week.
Oh yeah, we can. Because I
Preparation for
told you
it.
what the time was, 7.99.
There's receipts. We got receipts.
Christopher Bell's team will win it because they have Darrell Edwards, last year's Jackman, on that team now. And it's all about
I
the
didn't know we were
Jackman.
gonna say who was gonna win it.
But Brandon Johnson is going to give him a good run for his money in that 11 team. They'll be good, but I'm not sold on 11 team, because the only reason why they're so good is because of their driver, who can make up the difference on blending in and coming in his box. He's just such a savage on coming in and out of his box and blending in and giving his crew members the opportunity to really, really shine. 5 is going to be good too. It's going to be about that Jackman here. And 7.99. Remember that number. I can't make this stuff
I
up.
think you will have a sleeper. I think Banks out there on that 4 car is going to put up a good number.
Once again, biased. You two are both very biased on this, so I have to be
I
like
like
the
Banks too
mediator
now. I
here.
like Banks too now. Banks is a dog now. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. I hope they do
Absolutely.
a very good job capturing it and showcasing this, because these are the best in the world at what they do. So I'm excited to see it next week.
All right, Adam, let's get those memes rolling. All right, we kind of wait. Did we already? Oh no, we didn't see this one. This year in NASCAR is really something else. I don't even remember
Oh yeah.
sending that one. But
Oh
those are
yeah.
the
Okay.
3
A
close
lot of good
finishes in the
finishes.
season. So
Yeah, I think it's
yeah.
3-2-1 too. 0.003,
Oh yeah, it is. You're right.
0.001.
Oh, poor Chris Buescher. I just feel so bad for him. Next.
Michael McDowell.
Oh man, that's
Dang.
just wow.
I'm saying he's
Nah.
walking away as he peaks.
No, I don't think he's walking away. I think they're moving on without him. And
And
he's moving on without them. It's amicable. They're both doing what they need to do for themselves, is how I view that.
I would agree, because both press conferences was very, very good.
Yeah, they were nice. Yeah. NASCAR.
nobody NASCAR finishes in 2024 for no. I like that one. Oh, another one. The promos removing the Craven Busch Darlington finish highlight. Let's see. The crazy thing is that like turned into a real argument, like to say like the line isn't painted, like a legitimate argument to say that the line wasn't. Are you serious?
You know, our NASCAR fans are passionate.
Hey.
Ass speed.
Rated R. Rated R. That'd actually be PG-13. You can even see in this picture right here that Kyle Larson is in front of Buescher. Clear as day.
Yeah, you can.
Oh no.
Hey, it was like that on the highways, Chris. You remember leaving for Kansas, going to your hotel, or was that Talladega? The highway lines were so crooked.
We got some highway lines.
They must have got the same guy to paint it.
Yeah, they sure did.
It's been painting the last 80 years. And like a child, I didn't even see the rest of it.
Sorry. Lights on.
Man,
you saw it that time.
There. They went hard right there.
Oh
no!
Oh no! That's pretty accurate though.
That's how it was too.
That was pretty accurate. I like that.
Sparkles and champagne. VIP my section, royalty looking sexy. Sparkles and champagne. VIP my sparkles and champagne.
I don't know. I think I would have to go. Oh, there's one more. There's one more.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn! What? Fuck! What the fuck, y'all? God!
I think I have to pick that one, the last one. Although before
because that was accurate.
Yeah,
that's how the crew members looked on pit road too. That was accurate. I felt bad for him. I felt bad.
I think the other ones are the Kansas, the road that was painted.
I felt bad for him.
And maybe LeBron James with Ford.
I'm gonna have to go with the last
one. I'm gonna do the Kyle Larson.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn! What? Fuck! What the fuck, y'all?
said why?
I think I'm gonna have to start next week's show with that. We'll see what happens this week.
Yeah, that's the winner right there. That's the winner.
Oh, all right. Well, that is the end. Adam's got some things to do. Yes. So we will be back next week.
Thank you guys for watching.
Remember where to watch us on YouTube.
Thank you guys for being here.
Click that subscribe button.
We're leaving on a good laugh. We started with a laugh. We ended with a laugh.
Wherever you watch or listen to your podcast.
Cheers.